Hello! Doing a little bit of a video today, which is something new for me, but I wanted to talk to everyone about events. So as the world kind of starts to open up again, we can finally get back to events, which is amazing. And for me, I actually recently had a brainstorm with a coaching colleague of mine around creating amazing kind of wow, experience focused and journey and story focused events. And it kind of reawakened my passion. So now I am going to share it with you. So I'm going to start with this little video today, and I'm also going to be running a workshop, so I'll give you more details on that at the end of this video. But I wanted to start off with kind of a different way of looking at events. So the reason I've got this here in front of me is the way that I've always viewed events. It's basically project management at the core of what we're doing. But for me, I'm a very visual person. So for me, it's kind of like when you have all the notes of a symphony that are kind of floating in the air, and at the moment they're all just separate, like this, like our visual that we've got here. And the event manager's job is really just to tie all of those things together. Now, this is where it gets interesting and a little bit different. So this is kind of the average basic elements of an event. And your average event planner will look at this and go, okay, we need a venue, yeah, we need some food, okay, food and drinks kind of go together. Okay, we've got some activities as well. Maybe the activities have to link with food. We've got transport that we need to link in as well. Maybe we've got some ticket sales and some marketing that needs to link. And that will basically be what your average event planner will do, or someone who doesn't have experience will do. And that's completely okay. It's the basics. It's going to be a great event. But if you want to create amazing experiences, what I've always viewed events is as it's a journey. It's a story that you're creating as the event manager or as the person who is running the event. Even if you're hiring an event manager, the vision, the story, and the journey is yours to own. So this is how I view events. You can see it's all in gold because it is the magic part for me. So you've got the invitation. These are all little touch points throughout the event that give you the opportunity to really reinforce some of the magic. So for example, the first part of an event that I always work on with anybody, whether I'm working in corporate events, which I used to do for a FTSE 100 company in London, or if I'm running my own events, or if I'm supporting a client in running their own events. The first thing you want to get really clear on is what is the message? What is the goal of the event? And then all of these little touch points, these are all opportunities for you to reinforce that. So for example, the invitation, how does that reflect the message and the desired outcome of the event? The pre-event activities, so are you sending out gifts to people? Are you sending out different forms of communication? How is that worded? Does it reflect the vibe of the event that you're wanting to create? The welcome. So for example, when they arrive in their hotel room, if it's an away day, are there little kind of personalized treats that you could have waiting for them? Just all little ways to kind of make the guest feel special. And that's why all of these elements tie back to the guest. And you'll notice too, I've said guest singular, not plural, because it doesn't matter if you have an event of 10 people or 2,000, 10,000 people. You want to focus on making every single person at the event feel that little bit special and feel really seen. And these little touch points give you the opportunity to do that. And it doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, I have made centerpieces for events from stuff from the dollar store. I used to work in a radio station. We created an entire spooky room from a bunch of promotional stuff that we had lying around in the closet that we'd used at other events. So resourcefulness is a big part of making sure that you do all of these touch points, but do it on a really good budget. So these are just some of the things: sound, smells, lighting. It all subtly affects the experience and the journey of your guests, the message, how it's reinforced in all these touch points after the event, and the community that you're building as part of the event as well. So I'm going to run a workshop because, as you can see, there's a lot to go into, and there's a lot more to go into than probably is worth doing in this little video here. So if you would like to join that, if this is something that resonates you, and look, to be honest, if you're already doing all of this, if you already view your events like this, then this isn't going to be the workshop for you. It's completely fine. But, or if you're working with someone who works this way, completely fine. Stick with them because they're amazing. But if this is something that you've been interested in doing, if you're thinking about doing some events now that everyone is kind of coming out of pandemic situations and lockdowns, then come and join the workshop, because I'll be going through some of this in more detail and giving more examples. But also what I'll be doing is inviting kind of 2 to 3 people to join me in the hot seat, and we'll brainstorm your event. So it means we'll go through it one-on-one. Everyone will be watching and learning at the same time as well. And we'll actually look at the details of your event and some of the ideas and things that we could use to make your event an absolutely amazing experience for your guests. So I hope you enjoyed that. And again, if it's not for you, that's fine. But yeah, if it is something that you're interested in, then click the link and I would love to see you. I'm going to have 2 call times available to hit people in different parts of the world. I'm currently based in Japan. So there'll be kind of a North American time zone, and then there'll also be like a European time zone available as well. The groups will be kept small, so I'm going to keep it to 25 to 30 people max so that it can be a lot more intimate. And yeah, you'll get to experience my own kind of journey crafting as part of this online event. So I hope to see you there, and have a great day. Thanks.